Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3, where today we must punish the insolent. It's not necessarily completely critical for us to push the Putrid Swarm off of Doomkeep right away, but as long as they're attacking, as long as they're sieging it, we can't build anything in it, and obviously I really want to get that level 5 upgrade. So okay, so I would actually... That's really interesting. You select the units that you want to seduce, and okay, it's a very considerable price increase. Wait, cannot currently afford to seduce selected units. We have like 16,000 favor. Is it saying my total seduction budget is only... Okay. My total budget is 2,000, so I can only seduce things that cost less. I see. Alright, and we cannot even attempt to seduce their lord. I don't think we need to. I think we can just win this. I know these are like approximately the same values that the game was giving us in the last battle, where I tried to win it manually and I just did a really horrible job. But a non-zero amount of that was like player error, you know? I think that it's possible to win a battle like that, certainly. I'm hoping that the game hasn't crashed here, because the screen is just black for me. Oh, it's not. That's not seeming too good. Well, I mean, the cursor turned into the Warhammer way. Okay, everything's fine. Listen, my computer is a tiny bit haunted, so... So we're going to have a quick look at our units here, because this is definitely some stuff that we're not familiar with. We have some Marauders, and some Spear Marauders, and some Hellscourge Marauders, obviously, all pretty straightforward. But I don't know what this is. We got a couple units on Spooky Horseback. Yeah, there's some stuff going on here that we're going to have to examine. But this is just a handful of the small flyers, right? The rot flies, not even the good ones. And then very basic melee units. I'm not sure why the Balance of Power bar thinks we're going to lose here. And now I'm all nervous. Okay, so first of all, we have ourselves an Allurus. This Allurus is of the Shadow School, so she has different spells than the one that we have in our army. And then we got some Demonettes here. Pretty much what it looks like from the portrait. Just, you know, crazy demon ladies with sword arms. So we have normal Demonettes, which are just fast-moving murder bots. And then we have the Exalted ones, who have a debuff that they spread onto enemy units. Effect intensity increases by each enemy unit in range with morale wavering or lower. Okay, so they're particularly good at fighting units who are about to give up or who have given up, which is kind of fun. They cause fear. If their leadership becomes shattered, they fall apart rapidly, which we have seen in several of these demon battles so far. Okay, so the Marauders with whips, if you select them, they just shout the word whips at you. That's fun. This is a unit of Seeker Chariots, led by, yep, of course. What else would they be pulled by? And they have this situation going on, so that's fun.
Great Horned One.
Oh, this is a Keeper of Secrets. This is like a real monster demon. Oh, with proper spells, with good Slaanesh school spells that we're already familiar with the use of, and 5,200. This unit might be able to beat their whole army. How on earth does the game think we're going to lose this? And then also we have a couple of units of Spawn, just big scary demon Spawn here. They look like that, you know, flavored Chaos Spawn, effectively. So Chaos Spawn have not great attack stats here, and they are unbreakable, which is kind of a downside, actually, for a unit that has like poor defenses and poor armor, because running away is the way that units like that survive. These units, they'll get into combat and they'll just fight until they actually fall to pieces. And they're just, like, they're okay at fighting, I guess, but... So, all of our enemies are over there. I don't see any reason... They're all melee, and we're basically all melee. So I don't see any reason for this to be anything other than... Let's just run at them. I guess what we do here... What we do here is we have all of these units just run forward. And then we can have the fast-moving cavalry units... honestly, the spawn are probably in the just run forward plan. We can have all of our faster moving units like the demonettes on this side and the cavalry units on this side. Just do some flanking. Oh, the Allurus is on a chariot as well, so she can hang out with the chariots. And then the Seeker is just gonna... Yeah, the Seeker's just gonna wait in there. Seems pretty straightforward. So, like I said, all of y'all just march, just make it happen. I am going to control group these flanking units real quick.
Seeking Slaanesh's embrace.
Yeah, well, okay, well don't seek Slaanesh's embrace too quickly. We do want to survive this battle. Oh, hey, a Keeper of Secrets is actually very fast for a demon-type unit. Or for, like, a big monster-type unit. She's hauling ass. Well, I do legitimately think there's a chance she could just take the whole enemy army. Just letting them know. Not really a good reason for us to do anything until our normal melee units are in range to engage, so just stand here and hurl magic at them. Okay, they're starting to think about fighting now. Actually, they're starting to think about running away, it looks like. So let's just key in some actual attacks here. We have enough bodies to go 2-to-1 with them in a lot of places. So let's do that. And then, like I said, as soon as they're properly engaged, we have all of these flanking units to come around and pull the old hammer and anvil play. And you should go specifically for their lord. Let's just try to crush their lord. No, not you. You, the monster. Yeah, let's just go mulch their lord real fast. I mean, listen, fight whatever stops on you, but...
Endless craving.
A flurry of talents. Blade.
Hell's Gouge.
Feeding our addiction.
Inflict exquisite suffering.
There we go. Pretty straightforward stuff. And then I don't know that it needs to be any more complicated than this. I think we just kind of let it ride for a second here.
Irresistible.
We're taking damage, but they're taking damage faster. There's going to be a little bit of friendly fire in that one. Yep.
Deliver unto Slaanesh.
Pull some of the cav back.
The Eternal Hunters.
They've kind of done their job over here already.
Cleanse flesh.
Attack. I
I
can't
want to make sure she actually clears. There we go.
flesh is my canvas.
Now let's just watch the Keeper of Secrets fight for a little bit. Oh, the Nurgle units are doing something gross.
Soul Riders. Guided by hunger.
Wow, yeah, she is just kind of flinging bodies all over the place.
A perverse indulgence.
base one.
It does seem like she has forgotten to hit their lord at all. Let's just nuke his melee defense. Make it clear to him that this is going badly. No, don't get distracted by other units.
Will.
Okay, it's a small amount of friendly fire there. Okay, yeah, easy. There goes their morale, so they're all disintegrating.
Spears!
Bring us soap! On the hunt!
Everybody who's not the Keeper of Secrets can probably just get out of there. Yeah, he's trying. I'll give him that. So yeah, this burning effect on his flag is the banishment. A close victory, is it? Well, none of my units even got to half health. And literally every single body they brought is gone. So close feels, I don't know. That's good. We need a little morale boost to start the episode with. So now we'll get a little bit of extra money, actually, from getting to engage in that battle. So we will, even after engaging the big main settlement building upgrade, we might still be able to do some upgrading here and there. We can start thinking about hiring in that second lord. Because we do need somebody to help defend against the push of the Kislevites, which has unfortunately been much more potent than I thought it was going to be when I hurled Iglixis into a chaos portal. But it's nice to see like some of the garrison structures and stuff that we've spent time building up really paying off here.
Death! The ultimate of sensations!
I mean, I guess. Alright, the most important upgrade. So yeah, big defensive supplies, tons of Slaanesh corruption in the region, all of the building slots. 50% chance, is that per turn maybe? Of removing a trait gained from visiting the Realms of Chaos. So yeah, that would be nice. Very, very good news. And then yeah, we still have 4K. We could absolutely start recruitment for the second lord if we want to. Before we do that though, before we think about that, let's bring Iglixis up here. So,
I serve only the changer!
do we want to...
I do not
These armies are
think
identical.
so.
Do we want to try
Leave
burning
me
through
to
one
my
of these?
manipulations.
I think let's just step in here, because if it's going to give us global replenishment, I'd really like that.
Once I was human. The shame.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, weird time for it to remind me about Boil Rot, but it's true, Boil Rot is dead.
All will tremble before.
Would you believe we've unlocked some more body parts? So Purge the Weak, charge bonus. Yeah, it's not too exciting. That set is not terrible, but I think we'll pass. And a new sword would have to be pretty good because it's going to break my set to equip it. Okay.
Urson was weak.
Alright, so we can't do anything else with you this turn. There's a lot of stuff in the Chaos Realm that kills all of your movement when you do it. So, we're going to try this again. Hooray! Okay. He's only been wounded, so he'll be gone for 5 turns and then he'll respawn, but he'll respawn back at, a friendly city. So, he is out of here at least. And the last change, you can try getting rid of this nerd. Okay, critical success. So, here's a question. Do we want to buy upgrades here, or do I want to just focus entirely on recruitment for the new building. This would add 1 unit to the garrison, which is probably not really... Yeah, I'm just going to focus on recruitment for the new army. So, out of curiosity, now that we're at a higher level of control, we're getting bonus growth. Interesting. So higher levels of control include a higher reduction in control. So as you push it up, it gets harder and harder to maintain it at the same level. That's an interesting redesign. Yeah, let's start that new army. We're gonna need them. So first of all, who do we want the new army to be led by? If we pick a Herald of Khorne, we get 65 attack, 40 defense. So yeah, a pretty good melee unit with a really impressive bonus versus infantry. Honestly, that might be the right move. I'm just thinking about like the kinds of stuff we're going to be up against fighting the Kislevites. It's a very infantry heavy force, although they are also going to have some of those bears. One of them is fleet-footed, which is cool, and one of them is disciplined, which is also cool. If we go Herald of Nurgle, we get a unit that is okay at melee attack and defense. Not very tough, but spellcasting. And it is nice to have a spellcaster in each army, I think. We could get it from hero hiring, though, if we wanted. A Herald of Slaanesh is... Okay, it's essentially an Alluris, it seems like. Got those same combat stats. So, I mean, these are mighty good units. Ooh, I do like Cunning. And a Herald of Tzeentch is also going to be a caster. Yeah, really, really poor melee stats. But it's a ranged unit. With a pretty powerful ranged attack, actually. I'm a little torn between taking a caster of the Lore of Tzeentch. They can also be Lore of Metal. I have used metal casters before. I'm curious to see all of the weird spells that are available to Tzeentch, or just going for a Herald of Khorne and having like the most murderousness. Because honestly, a fleet-footed unit with those combat stats. The Herald's got the ranged attacks and stuff, though. Let's see this. I'm actually really curious about this.
I herald change. This is mine now.
So park yourself in here. Which does it matter much? Oh yeah. Recruitment cost down by 5%. The Ochre Pox. Yep, I think that definitely makes the most sense. So wait, hold on. Does that
Magical madness.
No, each army gets to have their own plague. Okay, cool. I was realizing I wasn't sure if that was the case.
Me.
All right, let's recruit for you some basic units. So we're going to be facing a lot of infantry. Like I said, we probably want to stick to normal marauders as like the core of this army, and they're gun infantry, so it probably would not be the case that having Chaos Warriors would even be better.
Summon them. Summon them.
So we'll start with that, and we should definitely put some stuff in the global recruitment queue as well. I might just actually...
Herald the Changer.
Let's just let this be how it starts. Get you a little bit of a force going, and then we'll figure everything else out down here. So the one that we kept is the one that was dedicated to Tzeentch. So we can come down here and get some melee units at least. Right? Because, yeah, basic melee unit, or basic ranged unit recruitment is on the central building. Okay. I'm really curious what kinds of spells we have available. Oh, we should check in on the Exiles of Khorne as well, because I don't remember when it was that we how many turns ago it was that we allied with them, but if we have 10 allegiance with them, we should absolutely ask them to come down here and kick some ass for us. And my hope is that on Iglixis' next turn, we'll be able to just move around the hostile armies and go to the portals, because it doesn't seem like they are very aggressive, and I want to get where we're going, you know?
Your existence so far beneath me.
Sure. Getting treaties in place leads to higher resting approval levels, which leads to the potential for further treaties. Marienburg still has some units, but they also still don't have their capital. I have a hard time imagining that faction ever recovering. Like, basically, their entire existence is centered on the fact that Marienburg itself produces all of the money that is necessary to maintain their army. Without that, I can't imagine they have much going for them. I don't know why the game keeps losing focus like that. I don't think it is anything else on my computer. It seems like about once per enemy turn cycle, the game loses focus, which causes the soundtrack to drop out. It's just weird. So hurry, I'm impatient. I want to command my units. Yeah, we can definitely see that in the places where they haven't closed down the portals, there's a lot of stuff coming through. Maybe we should have had somebody seal that portal behind us. I'm sure it wouldn't prevent us from getting back, right? Okay. So what do we want to bring in through the local pool here? I mean, I think I probably do want some Seekers in this army.
I summon Sinch's servants.
So we may as well
Blood Reaver.
start putting those together. I don't think there's any value in just damaging these units, because they're gonna probably heal it off. One thing we could do is we could change it up for Kran. We could insert Kran into Falco's army. He doesn't have any combat stats, but he still has, you know, all the level ups. I guess we have a lot of, like, random enemy agents running around here that we should try to clean up. This seems unlikely to function. Then again, oh, that's a shame. I was going to say, Alas of Change surprises us in a positive way relatively frequently. Kran usually surprises us in the other way. Oh, right, you're exhausted because you just, yeah. Well, I can't close this rift. And actually, I don't want to close a rift right there. That rift is likely to be a problem for people who don't like us, so why don't you just do nothing for the turn? Why did it not ask me what I want to do with Iglixis? Because, like, obviously I want to do something. At full movement, at full march, we could just barely hit that.
This land,
Yeah, let's do it.
destiny awaits.
That brought me to the area of the Watcher. So, I mean, here, if it's not too big a deal to just avoid the armies, I guess what we do is we go to the path of the area of the Watcher and request insight. Yeah, so it seems like the demon armies that are hanging out in the Chaos Realm mostly are not immediately aggressive, which makes sense because they're quite weak relative to a full stack. Not in such a way that you would, like, you get to kill them for free or anything. Oh, Kairos the Fate Weaver found the right portal. Never mind. So is that just going to spit us back out, or... Very curious to see how that's going to work. Yeah, it looks like it just spit us back out. So we can just re-enter and try to go to a different realm. That's a real bummer. That's a that's a huge bummer. I'm not sure, like, I'm assuming that each of the other regions probably already has somebody in it, and they're probably already... I mean, the fact that the portals seem to be random, though, means that it is not necessarily advantageous to get in first, because it's not like you're further along in the maze.
There will be a place for you.
I guess so. I guess it doesn't hurt to take the defensive alliance. Like, I want the money, obviously. So, yeah. I don't think that faction is long for this world anyway. All they have is that, like, tiny little army with 3 damaged units in it. Okay. I like to see that. I like to see a little bit of violence against the against Lorelorn Forest. Pinch Eye's looking big and relatively powerful. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be using it for anything. I mean, the most likely thing here is that we're just going to have to end up killing Pinch Eye eventually. But I was hoping he might attack other people on our behalf. Yep, the Oracle's got a thing.
Look upon the mortal lands once again, having ventured into the realm of chaos. But we return empty-handed. The Tome of Fates requires the twisted souls of demon princes if we are to illuminate the hidden path to the Forge, where Be'lakor lurks. We are not the only ones who seek the dying god. They employ their own methods to cross the veil into the realm of chaos. We must act with haste.
I feel like I'm being reprimanded just a little bit here.
Chaos incarnate.
I'm trying to click on the gate around Iglixis' giant wings.
Subjugate.
So the realm of the sorcerer is closed to us. The Ice Court's been in the Blood God's domain forever, but they're the only ones in there. Let's go find out. That's pretty metal.
Blood God's domain. Upon its blood-strewn ground, armies of demons clash in gladiatorial contests of unending slaughter. Battle through this cauldron of war and reach the Brass Citadel. There you will find the Gatekeeper, the favored demon prince of Khorne. Kill him to claim his soul.
Okay, so the Ice Court's army is still in the starting area. They're in where we just came in. Okay, basically the same deal. Khorne will not let you approach the Brass Citadel until he believes you worthy of his attention. You must first slaughter in the Blood God's arenas and wastelands. No, of course it's not the same thing. Of course they would all have their own unique mechanics. This is very cool. Only when you have killed enough will the route become clear. You won't just face his demons, for Khorne has brought many foes from the mortal world, all desperate to appease the Blood God. Be ready to fight on bloody battlefields wreathed in storms of magic. Throughout his fiery realm, you will find legendary weapons forged for Khorne's use. The first champions to find them may wield them in battles to come, both here and on the mortal plane. However, Khorne is jealous, so you should return to the realm of chaos. So should you return to the realm of chaos, he will want them back. Okay, that's pretty cool. It is, of course, no place for mortals. Yeah, we're going to get chaos stuff. So at the start of your turn, have at least, please put commas in your long numbers. That's 300,000. Okay, we can do that. I can accumulate some bloodshed.
Demon Prince.
Oh, just moused off the thing here.
I serve only the motherland.
So she has enough. But if we killed her, we would acquire bloodshed, and we would prevent her from getting the soul. I think we have to try it. Oh, right, except I can't move this turn. So she may just seal it up herself right there. It may be the case that we don't get to do anything. No, don't assault. I'm trying to attack this hero. There we go. Get out of here. All right, level 10. We get to unlock the last set of bigger effectiveness increases. You don't really need to do anything this turn, I guess. Yeah, take a swing. Okay, all of a sudden our agents are turning up. This is very nice. The dog is just standing in the doorway, staring at me in a way that's actually very creepy. Maybe I'm spending too much time alone in the dark here with all of the demons and whatnot. But my dog is properly creeping me out at the moment. Okay, so you have
Supreme sorcery.
Yeah, we're a little bit broke. Man, maybe I don't want to push for this because I do want to recruit more units.
Marvelous.
So let's bring in one more turn with our units here. Do I want to like grab some Chaos Furies maybe? Just for the extra mobility, because we could pick up Hell Riders. But even though the Furies are objectively worse units, they do have capabilities that the Hell Riders just don't have, right? Oh no, sorry, we're using the local pool. We don't want to bring stuff in through the global. And I guess, yeah, never mind. Actually, I don't want to do anything, but I'm not going to spend the 4,000 in the other place either. We could, oh man. Constructing an outpost with corn gives us access to a lot of corn recruitment that's not reliant on us holding. Yeah, you know, this I will spend money on, actually. I think this is worthwhile. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And we are at 8 allegiance with them. So we can request their assistance very soon. All right, it is entirely possible that the Ice Court is just going to trigger the quest battle this turn that we showed up at exactly the wrong time. And we're going to get kicked out and have to try again. If it happens, it happens. If they don't trigger the quest battle this turn, we absolutely will just try to kill them. Yep, they did. Okay. If only we had shown up one turn earlier. Because I'm pretty sure we could take them. I think that army gets beat by our army quite badly. It's just a bunch of archers. Okay, well, we'll try a different Chaos Realm. It would be pretty neat to actually get one of these. I don't think we have a lot of time left, though. I am very pleased, though, to see that each of the 4 Chaos Realms has its own little mini game that you're playing. The design of this campaign seems really cool. And I'm very curious to see what the other factions are doing. Because Kislev is also participating in the rush for the bear, but on our little scoreboard, we can see the non-Kislevite, non-Chaos factions are clearly doing their own thing. Cathay and the Ogres and whatnot. So, actually, Cathay and the Ogres might be all of it.
Lives are brief and pitiful again.
I don't know if I want to take a non-aggression pact from Pinch Eye, Because the thing is, like, if Pinchai ends up in control of Black Gulch or something, that's going to be a problem for me. I'm gonna decline. They are at war with my enemies, which I do appreciate, but I'm gonna decline. Okay, lost my chance to fight at the Brass Citadel.
Your trial within the realm of chaos has ended in failure. The Tome of Fate...
Okay, alright, okay, I don't need all this judgment. The Ice Court rules supreme. The spiritual conflict is over, and the devotion of Kislev's folk is unquestionable. The great orthodoxy has lost its influence and power and will become just another instrument of the Tsarina's burgeoning reign. Okay.
I have ascended.
I don't know what that means. It's probably relevant, but...
Glorious momentum.
So let's go into the Dark Prince's realm, because we wouldn't want to fight with the Exiles of Khorne. We might be able to fight with the Gold Tooth, so...
The Dark Prince's realm. Temptation, lust, and gluttony abound in this realm of desire. Confronting Slaanesh's champion will not be easy, for they are found within the 6 circles of seduction. As you journey inward, know that you will be lured by temptations beyond any your tepid imagination could conjure. In the center lies the Palace of Slaanesh, a monument to perpetual lust, excess, and debauchery.
I saw the anger rinsing of chaos, and he was nourished by your cravings.
The whispering is good, proper, good, and creepy. Alright, enter each circle of seduction through the gates. If you accept the riches and sins on display, you will be ejected from the realm, but the reward will be claimed. So in this case, where it's likely that we don't even get where we're going in time, it probably is worth just taking a payout, right? While many of Slaanesh's servants will try to seduce you, there are others that do not welcome your presence. Okay. I would like a Demon Prince's soul, but it seems like it might be
Soul will be sacrificed.
might be tough to get at this point. Can we see here? Okay, here's Greasus Goldtooth. So, actually, the ogres are in here. Do they? Yeah, they care. And the Northern Provinces is a Cathay province. Okay, so everybody is after Ursun. Okay, I mean, it makes sense. So the Exiles of Khorne and us are the only people who don't have one right now. That is a little concerning. Alright, Falco's got a little bit of cav and a little bit of infantry, and I do believe that the next most sensible thing to do
We fly. Empower.
is going to be to run down here and get some ranged units. And we are already basically broke again. You know what I will do? I will spend the money to upgrade the income building. Obviously, it would help if we hadn't lost 2 settlements over here. Stuff that we will have to fix. So I want somebody to have their eyes on the Forgotten Citadel, or the Forbidden Citadel. I think I'm going to have Cran run around and do that. And you can stay over here. So his units don't seem to be healing at all. I guess
No higher power than I.
he is suffering from plague on account of he's all up in my territory. There's an easy solution to this where you go the hell away. I don't know that he is going to have the wherewithal to to conduct that particular plan. So what we will try to do here is, my guess is that the rewards will be escalating in value as we get deeper into Slaanesh's realm. So maybe the play is we just push downward until we see Greasus Goldtooth hit the bottom, and then
Go forth.
we take whatever the next payout is.
In godly glory.
Absolutely. I will make friends with basically any Chaos army at this point. Okay, so the Ice Court seems to have forced the confederation of the other Kislev faction. I guess that is the outcome of their whatever their weird religious struggle was. There's an awful lot of internecine conflict going on up there. You remember when I thought that in the near future we'd be making a choice between expanding south and expanding east? I mean, once this chaos thing is done, obviously, stuff's going to get a lot easier for us again in this area due to having a Glixus available, but for the moment, I am feeling a little silly and underpowered, perhaps. I think Sven is planning to close that gate. It's probably fine. We probably don't need that to be open. So it seems like Pincheye's army it's demons, but it's mostly Tsinchian, and he seems vulnerable to the Nurgle Plague. We seem to be making it very difficult for anyone else to live in our lands, which is great, but it's not forcing them out. Your most trusted follower, that is Falco, the newly hired Falco, drags a beaten demon before you, having caught the fiend conspiring to overthrow you. That's how words work. Coolly, you cleave the traitor's chest open, of course, as you do. As it gasps its last, you ponder how best to use its demonic essence. So I can consume its heart. To feast upon the betrayer's lifeblood will surely flood my immortal veins with ruinous sorcery. That's a pretty good trait. Or I can I can crush the traitor's skull to pulp and then let Falco drink the gray-red gore from my great hand to bestow upon him the prince's mark. I'm definitely taking the ruinous infusion. Okay, the Poxmakers have joined us in the Dark Prince's realm. So we just use the gate, right?
A ruinous crusade.
And the first gate doesn't do anything, of course. Just takes like a lot of time to get going in the
Move!
in the Dark Prince's realm. So Falco's not going to be a force, at least at first here, that is capable of like running up on a full stack and destroying them. But he will definitely be a force that is sufficient when combined with the garrison of a settlement to keep our stuff alive, at the very least.
Hunger to slay.
I mean, there's not probably very much for you to do. Hey, we can try to take this guy out. Okay, nice. Righteous killer, for a certain definition of righteous. Yeah, Alas, at level 7, Alas is already so much better at murder than Karn has ever been. Is his name Karn? Cran, I keep doing that. Listen, I was paying attention to the plotline of Magic the Gathering for a lot of years, alright? It feels like a very long time ago. I guess actually, in terms of the number of years, it probably was objectively quite a long time ago. So we got ourselves a new demonic gift, and a cosmic body sounds pretty great. I gotta say though, stats-wise, maybe not so exciting. So what do we have, like 3 or 4 turns left, right? We should probably, well, we'll try to go through a couple of portals at least. Do our best to drive up the rewards. But we definitely have our work cut out for us as far as catching up on the Great Soul game. That said, it doesn't seem like anybody is securing a second one on this round, so that's something. And if this turns out to work, then that probably means that we actually do Slaanesh's Realm last, so that we can, every time we can, either get a soul or not from somebody else, and then finish the roar period by taking a deal with Slaanesh. Although, I guess maybe doing Khorne last might be good too, because then we get to keep one of the legendary weapons, because we don't have to return them until we enter someone else's Chaos Realm one, right? Then again, equipping a Khorne weapon is going to mean I can't equip the... I don't know. We'll see. It may well be the case that the Khorne weapons aren't all that legendary relative to the stuff that we get from our devotion tracks. So I feel like the Empire, every time we see the Empire, their balance of power is either very poor or the bar is completely empty. And yet somehow they don't actually seem to be losing any territory. So everyone around them just has bigger problems to worry about.
We shall go forth and obliterate in godly glory.
What could you possibly be asking for? A proper military alliance. Oh, interesting. This is a cool piece of information. It's like another sort of eye into what the AI is thinking about. They've done so much work on the diplomatic stuff for Total War Warhammer 3. I'm really pleased with all of it. I think I'm going to decline. It's just like being in a proper military alliance with another faction is very scary because they can use the power of diplomacy to drag you into all kinds of bullshit. So I didn't see what the outcome of that battle was. It looked like the Greylings attacked that rogue demon army that was in the middle of our territory, but I don't... What was the... Okay, it looks like they won. Or the Sarl, rather. I mean, either outcome was probably good for us, right? Because it weakens both of them. Marienburg has finally fallen. No big surprise there without the city. I mean...
Supreme sorcery.
Okay, we are definitely going to dip a little bit negative here. We do have access to some allied recruitment. Okay, we can improve these. And yeah, this is providing some garrison. So weird. I wonder why the outpost that was built in the Doomkeep wasn't providing any troops to our garrison. And not that it matters, really. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I think at this point, maybe we don't... I'm not going to bother asking for help. We'll just bank allegiance with them. And use it to hire troops. So what are the costs? Like $29.50... Okay. We can have up to 4 allied units. That's a very cool system. I am eager to take advantage of it. So, how many ranged units do we want? Because, like, we can still pull some more stuff from the Slaanesh pool. Like, maybe it's a good idea to grab, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come to me.
And then maybe we do grab some Hell Scourges to have a slightly tougher core for situations where we do need to be able to stand and fight. Although, honestly, Maybe it makes more sense to get some anti-large troops.
I summon Cinch's servants.
Yeah, so let's not queue that just yet. All right, so next turn we'll put this in the queue, and then yeah, we'll have a reasonable force in total.
I go where I please.
Wow. Within this circle lies piles of gold and treasures beyond imagining. Great swaths of wealth are there for the taking. Back on the mortal plane, your treasury will bloat. Think of the armies you can muster, the edifices you'll be able to raise. I was actually literally doing that just now. 15,000 favor is a lot. We don't know what other rewards there might be, and they might be larger, but they might be better rewards, but they might also be different stuff. Right now, just a big pile of favor is actually exactly what we want. So I think I'm just going to take this. Okay. Trade gain to avarice. Left the circle of avidity. Because we weren't going to get down there before Greasus anyway.
World will burn.
But now that we have all of this money, we can use it to, next turn when the Dreadhold Fortress completes, we can fill in those building slots. We can also
Prismatic.
go ahead and upgrade this. But I think actually I'm going to wait. I'm going to see exactly how much money it's going to take to do the stuff we want to do in the Doomkeep.
Crimson Death. Bastet Hill.
And now that Eglixis is back here, we are definitely getting back on the claim this province plan. Got to push these the Ice Court back a bit. Well, they're coming right to us. I should probably get rid of that. That is pretty bad. What else? I don't really want to weaken these armies over here, actually, because I want them all to fight each other. Pinch Eye... Okay, so wait.
Tribesmen.
Yes. Pinch Eye won the battle against Oghren, but not flawlessly. Definitely took some damage. And now is sieging the Black Gulch. And probably the best play for us is to let this resolve however it's going to resolve, and then just crush whoever wins. So yeah, I think I stand by for the moment. I don't want Alas to do anything here. I think what I'm going to do is come down here and threaten this hero. You know, I will take this upgrade. 76. Maybe we'll wait on that too. That's the thing I definitely know I want, but maybe I don't need it immediately. And gosh, that's a lot of favor. How many servants of the Chaos Gods do you reckon say gosh? That's pretty common, you think? Demonic diction? No, thank you. I say no, thank you. They're not putting any kind of actual pressure on me. They're just asking nicely. That's the way I choose to interpret it anyway. So now that we have Eglixis back, Falco's army also can serve as just a group of reinforcements to show up somewhere. Or, honestly, what is probably more likely is we have Falco initiate battle and Eglixis' army serve as reinforcements, because Eglixis' force can get into battle very quickly with all the flying units and stuff. Daja Ungol is just running straight into my territory, huh? Is that ogre's name just Odor? I mean, I'm sure it's not wrong. Seems a bit on the nose, don't you think? Or in it, I guess. That probably didn't pick up on the microphone, but the dog is going a little... She senses that there might be any kind of living animal outside the house, which is not acceptable. Maybe all the demons are making her jumpy too. I can't believe that Lorelorn Forest is still under the control of those elves. Somebody ought to do something. Somebody who isn't me ought to put forth the effort to do something. Because, gosh, I am very busy. Alright, the northern provinces are just entering the land of the Plague Lord. Feels like they probably are not going to get a lot of value out of that. That's a big upgrade. Determined to please Khorne further, his servants elect to brand their own hides with his flaming icon. Their screams are beyond horrifying, and the caustic stench of burning demon flesh is unforgettable. But the rite plunges them into an enduring hunger for slaughter. Yep, okay. Recruit 2 new units. What a weird... I mean, okay. Okay, we will.
Demon Prince.
So, I probably want to be a little bit careful here. I want to do an ambush advance, right?
More lands to subjugate.
Don't want to tip our hand too early.
Cinches, slave.
You should definitely pull in one more of these. I really appreciate that it does the math for you. Like, you have 556 upkeep more units coming in. And as ever, we do have some more upgrades here. I mean, it's just like, it's very hard for me to imagine I'm going to want to replace plus 10 melee attack, plus frenzy, plus ward save. Let's see. Here we got the plagued body, which is, yeah, whatever. And the cosmic body, which we already looked at. It is part of a set. Plus 10% ammunition for all of your ranged units that's compelling. That's definitely interesting. In terms of tails, attack, defense, speed. You know? Maybe. Actually, we lose 5% physical resistance for 7% speed, effectively. I mean, I'm not gonna do this set. This set's not actually too much better. It's fine. But I think I kind of like the speed bonus. Yeah, let's do that. A fiendish tail it is. Our left arm, still not really interested in losing 15 melee attack. And this colossal axe, that's pretty good. That's not a bad axe, honestly. We're maintaining our set, but if I wasn't maintaining my set, that axe is compelling. I probably don't need your help here, but why don't you get up here and provide it? And then you, the person you were going to threaten, has left. It's difficult to click on individual characters. Alright, let's have a look at the Doomkeep. We now have completely maxed out the level here. What will we build? We definitely want to build this because we want to have access to the Keeper's Secrets. A lot of these units are not that far off of our current level of Undivided Glory, so yeah, give me one of those. And then what else goes in here? We have both of those. We have this recruitment building already. I don't even want the marble. So it could be a Gallery of Delusions, which does generate additional... Yeah, I mean, it's corruption, it's money, it's extra glory for Slaanesh, which is, like, fine. We could get... We could get a garrison building, but I don't know that we need it, honestly. Yeah, I think this is actually this is totally the play. So that did not end up being that expensive. And this upgrade is worth taking. And then this one's probably not really necessary. Probably better off just saving the money from there or using it like in the altar.
Say.
What is this? It's 4K. You know what? We're gonna save because I think we're gonna hopefully we're gonna be able to take out this army and get paid from that, and maybe actually be able to pursue the population upgrade, the main settlement upgrade there. All right, I'm hoping that nobody else pulls any more Demon Prince souls here during this roar period. And then maybe we go to, I guess we'll probably go to Nurgle's first next time, right? Just because it's the one we haven't seen. I guess to some degree it does have to depend on what everybody else already has, because we definitely want to be able to disrupt at least one other player while we're doing it. So yeah, in the end the choice may not even be mine. Aha! Oh. They stopped just short of the ambush, but that's fine. They stopped in a place where we can definitely just chomp them. And so we're getting a little bit of vision now that we have, now that we're making
By my
friends.
side.
We're getting a little bit of vision of what's going on in the northern chaos area. There's no, I don't think there's any benefit to this for me, so I'm going to decline. If they had offered to pay me almost anything, I would have taken it. And the only reason I didn't take it really is that I think there is some chance that they will ask again later, but with some money attached to it. I wonder how long that the demon rogue army there, Pinchai, is going to just sit outside of that settlement. Like, surely they're not going to actually try to starve them out. Well, you know what? Pinchai's units are damaged badly enough. Maybe, I wonder if it's a case of the AI being uncertain about its ability to actually initiate a battle at all. Oh, the Exiles of Khorne have claimed a soul. We did it, hooray. We're getting really close to being able to pledge Undivided, which I'm very excited about.
For the ruinous power.
Guess what? You're doomed. Well, you're gonna have to run further than that, I think. Okay, there we go.
Annihilate.
Okay, yeah, we don't we don't need to manually battle this one.
Now is the time of conquest. Stow ruination upon her.
We found a biting blade, which Iglixis can't equip, but at least I assume Iglixis can't equip it. Yeah, okay, but we can give it to we can probably give it to the Duchess. Can she hold a sword? Is she allowed to? She's allowed to equip it. She benefits from the stats. Do we want a Nurglish Zealot? Or Tzeentchian Zealot? I guess we may as well. So this lowers the seduce budget for enemy Slaanesh armies in the local region. Oh, right, because like the AI can use seduce against you. That's actually, that would be a real bummer, man. That's kind of a terrifying prospect.
Supreme champion.
All right, it was such an easy fight. I don't even get any.
Face my wrath.
I didn't even get a level out of it.
Hell sent.
And now we're gonna go reclaim our citadel.
I would never betray Kislev.
And this might be a good time, Cran, for you to, if I could just select you. There we go. You maybe just get rid of her.
Let's go through.
Can't trust him. You can never trust Cran.
Is coming.
All right, what's the deal with Pusswind? It's a 12-unit army. We don't exactly know what all's going on. It's interesting that it, oh, it's suffering attrition because it's technically in Kislev territory. Okay, that's funny.
Magics.
I might actually,
The changer may come.
I might actually sit here for a second and just
Them.
bring in some more units. We're gonna get our upkeep to a point where we're actually gonna be negative on income for a second here, but I think I do want to fill in the gaps, and like Kastaltin is right there, so I don't necessarily want to abandon. I mean, the altar is not. The altar's not defenseless, certainly, even without Falco. I don't know. I'm gonna do this, and I guess we'll see what comes of it. I have put us on not very much money and about to have a negative income, but when Iglixis gets to the Forbidden Citadel and reclaims it, obviously that will help tremendously. And Kastaltin's got some money on him. If he comes ashore, we'll just take it. I am a little surprised to see him approaching like this, given that we have like twice his military value here. Oh yeah, he did come ashore. Very strange moves. Well, he'll help cover the budget deficit, and then we'll be very slightly positive once we take back the Forbidden Citadel, I think. And then with 2 actual armies, hopefully we'll be able to expand our economic base before the next roar a little bit more effectively than we did it before the last roar. I didn't really see what was going on there on the Empire's turn, but I did see that agent was named Gregor Dogburglar. I am absolutely not making a military alliance with a Beastman Warherd. Not even for 2,000 favor. I'm just saying, if my surname was Dogburglar, I would be getting that changed. Or I'd just move somewhere else and tell people your name is something else. Of all the reputations you don't want to have, a reputation for dog burgling seems like... Okay, so the Glothal Brood got destroyed. Apparently, the battle did happen, and Spartak Zamvin narrowly survived it.
Chaos incarnate.
Alright, well, full speed run to the Forbidden Citadel. We'll be able to get that back next turn. Yeah, they haven't really built a garrison. And then over here, Falco should have no problem with this.
Magical.
We don't know exactly what all Kastaltin has, but...
It's me.
They reckon valiant defeat. Obviously, we don't have a lot of favor here. So yeah, I can't afford to take the seduce. Also, it seems to just be like very difficult to actually seduce units. So am I wrong about this? Can we not do this? His whole army is guns. So they're a ranged unit that has great axes, and they have a marker here that says decent melee combatant. 32 attack, 32 defense. I mean, yeah, it's decent, I guess is a good word for it. They have frenzy. They can become unbreakable. Okay, so this explains some of why it has been so difficult to give these to get these troops to give up. I mean, maybe it's not a good idea to take this battle. Maybe we just go back to the city. Because with the settlement garrison, I don't think we would have any trouble taking them down. Here, actually, I have an idea.
Seek a retreat. Such prismatic splendor.
We'll just go into ambush mode within reinforcement range of the altar. And now, if Kastaltin does not see through the ambush, it's pretty likely that he will. But if he doesn't, then Falco can ambush with reinforcements. Even like an ambush battle by itself would be good enough.
Ice as if it were stone.
Also, somehow, Falco, while retreating, discovered Serena Katerin over here.
The Ice Queen.
That's good
bows
information.
to no one.
Let blood flow.
I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you saw that, but that's well done.
Singing.
Definitely can't afford to take any hero actions here. So, I don't know. Come down here and keep an eye on Katerin, I guess. We'll let the enemy turns here run one more time and then probably stop there for the day. So it is probably the case that that Falco's ambush is going to get
Let us lay
noticed,
the world
but
waste for the dark matter.
I don't think it matters at all. We're already friendly. Your main threat is the Ice Court. You know, there's a lot of that going around. Yeah, I think it makes sense to be friends with powerful people who want to destroy our main threat as well. Probably want to limit the number of people you have a defensive alliance with in one area, though, because, like, what if they start fighting between themselves? So, yeah, somebody's got to do something about the Ice Court. Okay, the ambush failed, which means that he saw through our ambush, but he still... So he walked into the circle. We did the ambush roll. The ambush roll failed. So we don't get to take the ambush positioning, but we still get to attack them with full reinforcements. It will be a Pyrrhic victory that will cost us the lives of all of our marauders. But actually, I think I'm okay with that. Because we can just rehire the marauders, but it'll give us a couple of turns of lowered military income, or lowered military upkeep, while Iglixis gets us set up elsewhere. I am going to take this. And, you know, all of the money that he had on him and stuff.
Invite your destruction.
And that lowers the total military strength of the Ice Court in this area by a fair amount. Although, obviously, Serena Katerin is still a problem, probably. God, yeah, they have a lot of units. They have become very, very powerful. So Falco will have to fall back to the Bay of Blades in order to be able to rehire the Marauders quickly and cheaply, which is not a big deal. It's not very far away. And that battle probably put a fair amount of experience onto all of the ranged units in Falco's army. And actually, by the time we get back to the Bay of Blades, it might be the case that we can put some fancier stuff into the army, because we will have more Slaanesh glory by then, more than we had last time. We're also getting very close to the point on glory where we can actually declare undivided, which is certainly exciting. Well, the Ice Court has drawn the Ungol Kindred into there. Yes, the Ice Court now owns a huge amount of territory and probably just a terrifying amount of troops. Okay, Falco's getting credit for all kinds of things. Wow, actually, how many levels did Falco just gain? The Rifts have gone, the demonic host across the Maelstrom. Yep. demon forces are going to come and attack. And this is something that we'll get eventually. Falco's going to do about half of that pretty soon.
Change is coming.
So yeah, Falco gained 4 levels. I'm going to get Route Marcher, because Route Marcher is critically important. Serve or Die is cheap recruitment, and then, yeah, Winds of Magic. Income from raiding and burning stuff down. Tzeentchian Corruption. Recruit rank up, so units that are hired in will have 1 extra level of XP. That's pretty fun. Into Lightning Strike, and yeah, just kind of all of the normal stuff. Let's look at the spells specifically, though. Actually, what's in your red line? So this is the buffing the units. Obviously, it's going to contain all of the stat buffs for all of the Tzeentch units. Seer of Destiny, within 55, as long as you are out of melee, it gives 5 melee defense and 4 leadership to every unit within 55 meters, every friendly, that is. That seems pretty great. And then eventually gets buffed to +8/+8. But let's look at the spells. So the Blue Fire of Tzeentch is just a direct missile attack that creates a weakness to fire damage, which is obviously good because this spell does fire damage, so if you hit them again with it, there's that, but also our ranged attack and melee attack are flaming, so that's something. The Fires of Change gives damage resistance to all of our units on the map for 9 seconds every time we cast. Pretty exciting. The Pink Fire of Tzeentch is another fire damage spell that creates a weakness to fire damage and lowers people's armor. Glean Magic is a spell that just gives you back more spellcasting resources. The Treason of Tzeentch nukes an enemy's melee attack. That seems pretty good. And I mean, like, I'm blown past 16 leadership. Minus 16 leadership is enough to immediately break any unit who is, like, wavering even the slightest. So that's compelling. Then eventually you can get Tzeentch's Firestorm. 3 damaging rifts moving in random directions. It's a little tricky. But all of this stuff deals fire damage, and all of it creates a weakness to fire damage. So you want to be doing, like, spell combos. And then the Infernal Gateway is a large stationary area of effect that does not do fire damage. Unfortunately, does not play well with the rest of the toys. Well, yeah, I think I definitely want to get into the spellcasting stuff. So does this last point go into maxing out Blue Fire, or I think I'm going to pick up Pink Fire, just that I have 2 different fire spells that I can combo together.
Breathed in power.
And then, like I said, I probably actually want you to make it to the Bay of Blades so you can rehire Slaaneshi units.
Surge through the snow, peons.
They're going to try to get the Forbidden Citadel before I can.
Presents no challenge.
They will not be successful. A close victory with medium casualties. You know, I'll take the auto-resolve, though, because it's not actually going to kill any of my units. And we have pretty good replenishment speed. So, I think I do want to dedicate this one to Nurgle again.
You will regret this weakness.
Alright, Iglixis has become an assault expert. +4 leadership when on the attack for the entire army is pretty cool. We got a talisman we can give to somebody. And we did get to... Okay, so this has... No, never mind. I was going to say, this has probably pushed us over. I think we need 3,080 to declare, right? Ascend in service to any Chaos God or as an undivided champion of all. For so long have you exalted the pantheon of chaos with your deeds that the ruinous powers now vie with one another to secure your fealty. Dedicate yourself to the service of a particular god or as an undivided champion of all. Yeah, I'm working on it.
Hellish power.
Okay, this we definitely need to get upgrades going. And garrison building. Tremendously important that we get the garrison building up.
This world will burn.
Okay, so we have all of those upgrades now. Do we want to start pursuing... Let's start pursuing Nurgle's Glory, even though we don't really have a lot of Nurgle units in the army now. We're going to be unlocking a lot of stuff soon. We're going to have the high-level replenishment buildings for Nurgle, and then also rotting nourishment is a good thing for us to get.
Chaos rewards me once more.
Okay, lots more parts. Occam's Mindraiser. Okay, so it's a spell that is a big damage buff. 7 melee attack, 5% physical resistance. It's not terrible, but I don't think it's an improvement over the one we're using. An armored cosmic body is still not... yeah, I don't think it's quite there. My ravaged bestial wings... What am I getting from... My current wings give, give some ward save and some health. And spell mastery, which I still don't... I never did look up what that does. Giving him access to the blue fire of Tzeentch would be pretty interesting if we had a weapon that dealt fire damage, and I'm sure that there probably are some, right? Well, maybe not. Yeah, none of these confer flaming attacks. Which is kind of weird. That feels very much like a demon thing to... Oh well. Yes, we're gonna, for the most part, we're gonna heal up pretty quickly. It's always the Marauders of Slaanesh that are taking forever. And does the... Okay, the Forgotten Citadel does have a chance of removing the Chaos trait. So that's something.
Blood Reaper.
Alright, so reclaiming Black Gulch, it turns out, is going to be a little bit of a challenge. God, the Ice Court has moved so much stuff into this area. Well, the assassination was a failure, but it did level us up, so so we got something out of it. I can't take that. I can't take another level of assassinate yet, so we'll just do this. I would love to remove some of these damn agents, but we are having a hell of a time.
Leave
Okay.
alone.
Puswin's units should be no match for this garrison.
Fact.
Okay, now we're gonna run one more sequence of enemy turns and then actually stop. I decided I wanted the Forbidden Citadel. I wanted to make sure that we could get that locked up. So, I don't know. Hope is a strong word, but I'm feeling like we have a chance of pushing the Ice Court back out of our territory, at least for the moment. But they're going to be a real long-term problem. I guess the one thing that we have going is that everybody hates them, and so maybe we can rely on some reinforcements from the north, get the other demon players into it. A couple of defensive alliances means they're just going straight as hard as they can for the Doomkeep, huh? Well, I don't think Katarin's army by itself is going to be able to take the Doomkeep. I don't think we're going to be able to have the Doomkeep's garrison ride out and push her away, but she would have to siege the settlement for a long time before she could actually take it, and we will definitely have time for Iglixis to show up and reinforce before that happens. In fact, what we might have here is an opportunity to have Iglixis teleport through the mountain range, claim Black Gulch behind them, and then use replenishment in Black Gulch to get ready to ride up and hit them from the back while they are trying to siege out the Doomkeep. And even after all of that work, we still will not actually be in control of a second province. But, you know, closer. It's something. Yep, that I saw coming. That should be no problem. We should be able to have Oh, cool. We should be able to have the altar. Oh, good. Our trait was removed. That's lucky. We won our coin flip. World of Darkness at the Longship Graveyard. So many events triggering every turn. Yeah, we should be able to repel this attack pretty easily. What is the garrison here? Well, the garrison here is injured from the previous battle. A lot of ranged units. We can't just have Falco run back and provide reinforcements for the battle too. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. This is where we're stopping. I need to have some self-control. I'm going to one more turn myself all the way into the middle of the night here. That is going to be it for us for today. Do you remember when I said episodes of this series were going to be approximately an hour in length? When you come back next time tomorrow, maybe we'll stick to that for the first time ever. Also, we will probably get to properly dedicate ourselves to Chaos Undivided, and I'm very excited for what's going to happen when we do. So, come back next time for that, and we'll see you then.